I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me sleep rest in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And on the ground they go with a running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake. Morrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to throw. Morrow. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Morrow over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On third down, Morrow flushed out right. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bengals will get it at the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Morrow escaping the pressure right. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morrow eluding the... And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Morrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Morrow buying time to his left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw on 2nd down. Morrow escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Morrow. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that will be incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
From the gun, Morrow. He's got the first down inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Morrow, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Morrow, and his his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Moore. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gun.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. Shrugs the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Over.
looked up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And bulldozing his way through. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there, but you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He may try and run for this. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Morrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to run, but the ball comes out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morrow. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19! Hot! Gone!
On 1st down, Morrow. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again. Morrow and Callaway taking it in left side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the gun, Morrow. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Morrow. And a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Over! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll drop the throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Morrow. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Morrow escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Morrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he coughed it up. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, Morrow. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Morrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robertson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. They can't tackle it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Detroit!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Gun. Set. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's now 14 games without a win, with time running out to try and get one. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the right flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. All back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the play with the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on 1st and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in.